The mummy is on the loose, and he's dancing with the devil. You know what that means? It's time for another episode of Macabre Cast. Doc Mark and Chorus, the little mummy, here to bring you another episode of Macabre Cast, where we'll be dropping R's where they belong and adding them where they don't. So the way Macabre Cast works is you send me your opinions, thoughts, and ideas by message through Messenger at Macabre Theater on Facebook, preferably a voice message. Always makes for a better show. And that's how we stay interactive. That's how we do this show together. So, Karis, I want to remind the listeners that they can bring back any topic they want. You know, if it's something we talked about in the first couple of episodes, you know, like movie theater memories, you know, that was one of them that we had out there. Always feel free. Regurgitate any of these topics. But for a new topic today, I was going to put out there, what are your summer horror movies? We all know, everyone's going to say Jaws. Mine is Jaws. Tell me your other summer horror movies. One I just rewatched for the 100th time, Burnt Offerings, which takes place during the summer. It's renting a summer home. One of my favorite all-time ever haunted house movies. And I had a couple things I wanted to point out, just opinions of mine, because I've seen the movie so many times, and just a theory that I agree with. So if you haven't seen the movie, you don't want to hear spoilers, honestly, just skip ahead or whatever. But, you know, I'm not gonna worry about spoilers. The movie came out in 1976. So is the ghostly image of the chauffeur that appears throughout the movie. It's kind of from the memory of the main character, Ben, the father, who he remembers this chauffeur at his mother's funeral and was really spooked by this guy and his evil smile that he kept flashing at him. And my theory, what this is, it's never said in the film, it's all speculation, it just kind of comes across as a reoccurring dream he had. He obviously had a mental breakdown at some point, and he was having these dreams about his mother's funeral and this chauffeur in it. I think the chauffeur is the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper was there that day for his mom at the funeral, or, had been there for his mom. And I don't know that anyone else noticed or saw this guy. I think he was like the Grim Reaper, who I guess get the impression his smile to him as a little boy was like, I'm not here for you today, but one day I will be. So when he starts coming back, especially when his aunt passes and the chauffeur shows up and she sees him, kind of like, here I am, now I'm going to take Auntie. Just a theory. Burnt Offerings, great movie, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. It is on Shudder this month, but great. Summer horror. What are your favorite summer horror films? I'd love to know. And do we have anything, Karis? Is there anything? You look like you want to say something.
Well, you got another voice message. It's Velvet.
Velvet?
Yep, Velvet. She's back.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
This is beautiful. What is that, Velvet?
Hey, Dark Mark, this is Velvet again, and thank you so much for the wonderful introduction there. I absolutely adored it. It was very funny and very fitting. You had asked for a movie recommendation as one of the topics that we could bring up or talk about, but first, I want to try to see if I can guess about where Steven Spielberg makes a cameo in Jaws. I don't know if you've already answered that question yet or not, but my guess would have to be in the scene where the mayor is talking with Chief Brody on the docks when you see like all of Amity pretty much in that same area. I would have to guess that he's probably somewhere in that scene. Most likely I'm wrong, but that's my guess. So for a movie recommendation, I would have to recommend something that is very off the beaten path that I know some people really weren't crazy about. However, I strongly advocate for this movie for a variety of reasons. If you have not seen the movie called Abattoir, so that's I believe it's Abattoir. It's a French word that means slaughterhouse. Absolutely watch it. It's from, I believe, 2016, and it is a neo-noir horror film about a cult led by Jebediah Crone, who is a man who died, went to hell, and came back. So he's somewhat of an antichrist, but not in a direct sense. He's kind of his own entity that wants to be kind of like the next devil. The movie is fantastic. It is really an awesome atmosphere, fantastic acting, amazing storyline, and the visuals are to die for. So definitely check that one out. Again, it's Abattoir from 2016. Thank you, Dark Mark, for making these really awesome podcasts. Please continue to do so.
Is that Wolfman dance good?
Only reason that I don't send more in is because I have a lot going on, but really love what you do. I love the little mummy, Karis. He's very adorable.
Whoa, she sounds serious.
Have a great week.
Thank you for the kind words, Velvet. Always great hearing from you. But your guess to the Jaws trivia question is wrong. And I'm not going to reveal the answer again. So, to inspire you to go back and listen to previous episodes, the answer is revealed in episode 12. This is Dark Mark, signing off. Until next time.